Well, it is very difficult to get enough votes to override the president's veto, but it is a fight worth having. And this is where this brings to the point of people say, well, isn't this just a futile attempt? Don't you already know what the president's doing? It is worth the fight. It is our constitutional right to demand certain things. And what this shows is it was able to get the votes in the House and able to get the votes in the Senate. And if we had a different person sitting in the White House, this would actually become law. So it's worth a fight for the American people to, first of all, understand the constitutional process and to be able to say, now we understand why things aren't getting done in Washington. It's because we've got a president who's stopping everything because the House and the Senate agree upon it, but the president does not. And so it gives us an opportunity to show that to the American people. But second, it gives us an opportunity to talk about life, which for me is just so essential, and it is a part of who I am and what I believe we need to be talking about here in this Capitol. And when people start to understand what truly is happening out there, Father, I am a nurse and have been so for over 40 years. I was around when Roe v. Wade was decided. And the shame of that is that at that point in time, we didn't have the technology or the science to be able to know truly when a life was viable. Now that we have that, the whole conversation is changing. People understand and know life begins at conception. We know that a baby can survive at 22 weeks. And by the way, it's not a blob of tissue. You don't get a heart, a brain, a liver, or a lung from a blob of tissue. That's called a baby. So the conversation is awakening America, and it is worth the battle. It is worth the fight.